So here is a cold steel arming sword. I can just pull that guy right out of the scabbard. I can flip it over into a fully inverted hand grip, no problem. One way or the other, I can transition. I'm trying to keep it close so you guys can see, but those transitions are absolutely no problem. I can even transition into a finger over the cross if I want to, and back again. Wow, look at that. Not a problem to do that right there. From here, it's a little bit harder when it's inverted, but can be done. I'm still getting used to how these gloves work. So my verdict with an arming sword with no buckler just yet, A+. So now let's take a look at arming sword and buckler. This is a Siggy buckler. So I don't have any problem holding it with this type of buckler at all. I can get the glove fully inside of the boss. I can even thumb the back of the handle if that's the way that you prefer to hold your buckler. I can go into my positions. I can transition around without any difficulties whatsoever. In this position, it doesn't even feel like I have any gloves on at all. If I want to perform cuts around my buckler, not a problem. So arming sword and buckler, Progauntlets seem to work just fine. So let's take a look at the longsword with rings example with Progauntlets. If you're the type of person who likes to put your thumb through the ring so you can thumb the hilt like that, Progauntlet fits just fine through this one. This ring is, I don't know, maybe about 2.5 inches. I can transition between the grips as before, just fine in any position I could possibly want to get into while sword fighting. Yeah, Progauntlet with a longsword with thumb rings doesn't seem to have any difficulties whatsoever being used in that application. So what a lot of fencers encounter when they're using some of the typical gloves that we've had to use in HEMA, particularly large clamshell style gauntlets, is that if you want to use shorter handled long swords, it's really difficult to get all of your hands onto the handle in order to wield it properly. So what I have here is I have a black fencer, early period long sword. The handle is, maybe 6-7 inches long. So this is a short handle. Can I wield it with Progauntlets without having to put my hand over the pommel if that's something that you don't want to do and you want to be able to get both of your hands onto the weapon? So with the Progauntlets, you can see I am gripping it with both of my hands completely on the weapon. And again, if I want to switch to any of my guard transitions, if I want to do an inverter, if I want to do close cuts, like so. Progauntlets fit on there just fine. I have tons of maneuverability. So if you were to try and pull this off with any other pair of gloves that I've ever used, whether it be other 5-finger types or another clamshell, being able to get both of your hands on here is not something I've personally ever known to be possible with any standardly available off-the-shelf glove. So the fact that a Progauntlet, I can get all of my hands on there without compromising any of my ability to grip it or to cut from those positions, that is impressive. If you enjoyed today's video, please comment on it, or even better, subscribe for future content, future historical European martial arts product reviews and unboxings. Also, check out all of our previous videos. There's a lot to see there. We hope to see you on the Hemisphere.